Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Anatomy, and today let's talk about the articulated foot. So the articulated foot consists of 27 bones and we can look at it from different angles. So this is what it looks like, oblique view, oblique lateral view, and there are a variable number of sesamoid bones in the foot. This is how the articulated foot looks like from the medial side, and this is the superior view. Let's try to list out the bones in the articulated foot. So they are broadly classified into the tarsal bones, which are here. Then we have the metatarsal bones. There are 5 metatarsal bones, and we have phalanges. Let's look at each of them one by one. The largest tarsal bone is the calcaneus, and it is best viewed from the side. So let's put it in a lateral view and look at it. And from this view, it is obvious that the calcaneus is projecting backwards from the plane or the axis of the tibia and the fibula there. And when you look at it from the posterior aspect, we can see that there is a projection on the medial side of the calcaneus, and this projection is called the sustentaculum tali, which is over there. So the sustentaculum tali is what supports the talus, which is sitting on top of the calcaneus, and that is where it derives its name, sustentaculum tali, which suspends the talus. Which brings us to our second tarsal bone, which is a talus. So talus is a tortoise-shaped or turtle-shaped bone with a head and a body. This is the bone which connects the foot to the leg. So let's look at another picture and see how that happens. So it articulates with the tibia and fibula, which are bones of the leg, and then it articulates with the calcaneus inferiorly and the navicular in front, which are bones of the foot. So there you have, in this view, we can see there is the fibula and the tibia, and here we have the talus, which is articulating with them, forming the ankle joint, and below we have the calcaneus. Let's look at the navicular, which is the third bone. It lies distal to the talus. It is called the navicular because it looks like a boat. It has a curved appearance. It looks semilunar or boat-like, and it articulates distally with the 3 cuneiform bones, which brings us to the cuneiform bones next. The first one that we'll be seeing is the medial cuneiform over there. It articulates proximally with the navicular, as is more obvious in this view, proximally with the navicular and distally with the first metatarsal. The intermediate cuneiform lies lateral to the medial cuneiform, and this bone articulates proximally with the navicular again, but distally it articulates with the second metatarsal. The third bone is the lateral cuneiform, which is lies lateral to the intermediate cuneiform, and that also articulates with the navicular and a bit of the cuboid posteriorly, but with the third metatarsal distally. And that brings us to the last tarsal bone of the foot, which is a cuboid. I've got the number wrong, don't mind, that's the 7th bone. So the cuboid is over there, you can see it from the lateral view, and it articulates with the calcaneus posteriorly, as well as the 4th and the 5th metatarsals distally. So let's revise. We have the talus on top. Then we have the calcaneus, which is the largest bone. The talus articulates with the navicular in front, which is over there. The navicular in turn articulates with the 3 cuneiforms, the medial, the intermediate, and the lateral. And finally, we have the 7th tarsal bone, which is the cuboid. That makes up the 7 tarsal bones. But the foot also has the metatarsal bones and the phalanges. Let's look at the metatarsal bones and how we number them. These are the metatarsal bones, and they are numbered from medial to lateral. So the first metatarsal is always the one belonging to the big toe. So numbering them from the oblique view, we have number 1, which is belonging to the first toe or the big toe. Then you have 2 and 3 corresponding to the 3 cuneiforms, right? 1, 2, 3 for the medial, intermediate and lateral cuneiforms. Then we have 4 and 5, which as we mentioned before articulates with the cuboid. From the superior view, let's see what happens. There you have the first, the second, the third, the fourth and the fifth. The fifth is the metatarsal, which belongs to the little toe. What are the parts of the metatarsal? The metatarsal has a base which articulates with the cuneiforms and the cuboid, a shaft, and then we have a head which is actually resting on the ground and completes the arches, both the medial and the lateral, as well as the transverse arches. We'll be looking at the arches of the foot and the physics behind it in a later video. But for now, let's look at the tarsals. But the phalanges are the last bones left. So the great toe has got just 2 phalanges, while all the other toe have got 3 phalanges each. The phalanges of the great toe or the big toe are the proximal and the distal, while the phalanges of the other toes are the proximal phalanges, the middle phalanges and the distal phalanges. So if you really like this video, do like, share and subscribe. Share on Facebook, share with your friends on WhatsApp, and when you subscribe, don't forget to press the bell icon. Also, if there are any topics that you would like to learn more about, do comment below and I will do my very best to make those classes. Thank you so much. See you in the next class.